up, you guys? Vintage Barb here in the dog days of summer. Wanted to talk to you about one of my favorite topics lately, and probably yours too, which is hard seltzers. I know you think I'm a super sophisticated wine goddess, but I like a hard seltzer as much as the next basic bitch. Look, I got balayage even. Can you see? Shout out to my girl Stephanie at Rosewater Salon for the great color job, cut, style, the whole thing. Cheers. Anywho, I just wanted to talk to you guys about my favorite hard seltzers for the remainder of summer or all year long if that's your jam. First of all, I really have to talk about this brand here. This is Vista Bay. Can you see it? Vista Bay is Aldi's private label hard seltzer. So it's super cheap. It's super easy to find. It's fine. This says 100 calories, gluten-free, because, you know, we're basic. 5% ABV. It does say it contains alcohol, so watch out for that one. Anyway, this is the natural lime flavor, Aldi brand hard seltzer. It's fine. It's really quaffable if you're out on the deck or like stuff this in your golf bag or whatever. Totally fine, refreshing. Not to be outdone by Aldi, this is a pretty local product. This is from Solemn Oath Brewing in good old Naperville, Illinois, and this is their hard seltzer. They call it City Water. This stuff is fucking-licious. I get the Valencia Orange Cranberry flavor. This stuff is really good. It basically tastes like LaCroix with a little kick. It is also about 5%. Don't make me read it. It contains alcohol. I'm so drunk I can barely see. 5%. 110 calories, but that's for this big can versus this little can has 100 calories, which probably means there's some sugar in this one. This is really dry. It's very refreshing. I like the flavors don't taste artificial. And I like to support a at least semi-local brewery. I do believe some of the proceeds of this, it says 1% for the planet. I don't know what that means. I didn't do any homework, but I assume it's a good thing. Yeah, for the planet, for the arts, for the Great Lakes. So, way to go, Solemn Oath. Really great hard seltzer. City Water. They have a few different flavors, but the Valencia Orange Cranberry is really good. Hang on, I'm gonna have a sip. It leads me to my next brand. This one is called Basic. Because irony. And this one that I cracked open is their Pamplemousse Grapefruit, right? And I usually hate grapefruit, but this is kind of delicious. I don't mind it for grapefruit. It's not super assertive. It's dry. It's refreshing. The Basic brand hard seltzer is my favorite. Their variety pack comes in that pamplemousse. I've talked about this before. It also has a lemon, a cucumber that's so good, and the cranberry. And I will say, I think Basic cranberry flavor is my very favorite hard seltzer of all time. That is quite a statement. So if you can find Basic, I don't find it at too many places, only the local specialty liquor mart. But it is really delicious. All the flavors are good. Cranberry just happens to be my favorite in that pack, but the cucumber is great too. And as I mentioned, The grapefruit is really chuggable.
What's the matter? Your mama didn't teach you how to chug?
I'm gonna get out there in the sunshine and do some hammocking with that thing in a little bit. Last but not least, I want to talk about this jobby. It's not technically a hard seltzer. This is rosé water. It's made from dry French rosé wine. And they just throw some fancy sparkling Alps water in there. So it's a hard seltzer, but it's based with wine instead of with malt bev. And it's super delicious. It's also, yeah, 4.9%. So it's about the same as most hard seltzers you're gonna find, but this is only 69 calories. Because again, I think because it's based with wine and not malt beverage or whatever other alcohol. Science?
Science!
It makes it a little bit lower calorie. Also, definitely no sugar in this thing. It's dry rosé blended with sparkling water, and it drinks like a hard seltzer, but it's like a little more like wine sophisticated. So you can feel really good about drinking it at your kid's soccer game or your virtual wine hangout or whatever. I don't judge at all, and I hope you guys don't either, because what Vintage Barb is all about is just enjoying a gosh darn good beverage, and that's everything from first growth Bordeaux to grower champagne to basic hard seltzers, bourbon cocktails. Everything across the board is on the docket for me, and I'm glad to share them all with you guys. So I hope that sums it up for you for the rest of the summer. I know that summer 2020 has a lot of us consuming more than usual. Not me, I always consume a lot, but I know the rest of you are drinking a lot. So pick up some of these. Again, that's Vista Bay from Aldi. Solemn Oaths City Water Hard Seltzer. And I've got Basic Brand. Right now I'm chugging the Pamplemousse, and I like the Cranberry, but those come in their variety pack. And pick up rosé water if you find it. Cute little cans of rosé blended with sparkling water. Delicious stuff. Lastly, I do need to mention something pretty serious. A couple episodes ago, I did a little bit on Chicago stuff, and most specifically the Cubs. You may notice I've got some paraphernalia on today, and I should mention that almost immediately following posting my Cubs episode, they started a 4-game losing streak. So I think I'm gonna take that down and burn that jersey or whatever. I don't want to lose a whole series to the fucking Cardinals. Anyway, I'm a diehard Cubs fan. We're watching the Blackhawks in the first round of the series against the Golden Knights, and they're not doing so great, but damn, Corey Crawford looks good. Otherwise, finishing up the summer here. Hope you guys are hanging in there, and we're heading into the fall with open minds and open hearts and positive attitudes and a lot of hard seltzer. Cheers.